some cutting edge art. He lives the story, and getting to know him, we become friends.
Guys, welcome. Thanks for attending the first ever Get Money live event. Give yourselves a round of applause. So I am super excited to be sharing this. Why? Because at the age of 25, I've been able to grow my business from zero to over $300,000 per month, right? And there's not too many people in the world that could say that or actually do that. And for a very long time, I've actually wanted to teach something like this, in a live environment. Everyone else that has wanted to learn from me on a one-on-one basis, they've had to pay $25,000, $50,000, and a lot more, really because I have some challenges sometimes focusing, sometimes articulating a lot of things. They're just like stuck in my head. So I'm like, I just know how to do it, but because I don't teach it, I make my money primarily by doing it. So this is kind of new to me. Obviously, I've spoken at a lot of events, and I have structured this event so that I am gonna do it on time. Maybe we might go 5 hours late. That's okay. There's plenty of coffee that if you guys need to drink. So really, the question is, who am I? How did I get here? And what are you guys here to learn? And at the age of 21, I had dropped out of university. So growing up, I basically, the reason why I'm going to give you this backstory is that you can understand where I actually came from, right? And it wasn't something special, because sometimes what happens is you see someone speaking on stage, you see someone making millions of dollars, and suddenly you think, oh, he must have got the unfair advantage from his parents, or he must have been born with a silver spoon, or he must have, because he's young, he knows how to work these computers. 4 or 5 years ago, I don't know what the heck an autoresponder was. I had never used email because I used to use Yahoo and MSN Messenger. I don't even know if that thing is around anymore. And so the reason why I'm going to be sharing this story in very detail is because this story, if you get the lessons from it, it will give you permission to raise your game, to raise your standards, for you to get to the next level. And so when I was growing up, basically I come from a family of 6, 3 brothers including me, and 3 sisters. And growing up, basically my dad used to work in a factory for about 17, 18 years with an amazing Turkish family. That's why he speaks fluent Turkish. And he's been an entrepreneur since he was a young kid. Like when he was 11, 12 years old, he came to this country, and he would work in the markets, providing for his family, providing for people back home in Bangladesh, which is where my parents are from. I was born in London, thank God. And we have so much to be grateful for because of what we have. And so growing up, I saw basically my mom making skirts. The brother machine, I don't know if you guys remember, the brother or the singer, the machine. She used to make skirts, and she used to make 50p a skirt, which maybe works out to be like less than $1 per skirt. And growing up, I saw that, right? Like, because we used to basically be around her, as like, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, and she'd be working the machines. And I just, made a conscious decision, man, like when I'm growing up, I'm going to be rich. Like, I'm going to be effing rich. Try not to say too much. But I just made a decision to myself that no matter what happens, I'm going to give my mom and my dad a better life. And I think that was one of the driving forces. So naturally, you could imagine, when I was growing up, going to school, I was that annoying clown kid that distracted everyone. I wasn't focused at all. School, I did okay. I got a couple of A's, couple of B's, whatever. I did average. Went off to college, failed straight for 3 years. I don't know why I went there, but I had an eBay business when I was starting out, and I guess that's something a lot of people don't know about. But ever since I was 15 or 16, I was actually selling on eBay. I used to get broken mobile phones, bring them home, fix them up, and then try and sell it back online. And there used to be this place in a place called Brick Lane, which isn't too far from here. and they used to have this thing called a Sunday market near Petticoat Lane Market. Maybe some of you guys know. And I used to, me and two of my friends, we used to walk around. We used to find uncles and people that we can sell mobile phones to. And I was young, so maybe the mobile phones were a bit dodgy. Rest assured, I've grown up from then. And so when I was at college and university, I realized a couple of things because I started reading books. I could never afford to buy books. So I used to buy these second-hand books on Amazon for like 1 cent because I learned this. I heard this thing: you are the average of 5 people that you hang out with, and everyone that used to hang out with used to be, selling drugs or taking drugs. It wasn't a good crowd growing up, and so when I was at university, I really struggled with exactly what was going on because I heard this advice from, I can't remember who, but if you want to be like someone, go and learn from them, right? So in my mind, I had this thing of, I want to be a millionaire. Wouldn't it be cool to be a millionaire? And I'm pretty sure everyone here has a deep desire to do that, right? And to have that time freedom, money freedom, and location freedom, because that's really the driving forces behind some of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. And so, I remember going into university every single day and looking at my teacher and the lecturer and thinking to myself, this guy doesn't make $1 million a year or whatever. Like, this guy probably makes maximum maybe 50, 60,000 pounds a year. Why am I learning from him? And ask yourself these questions. I'm going to be pointing a lot of these questions to you guys as well. And these are your guiding questions. Like, this is stuff that I've learned from people like Tony Robbins, who I've invested tens of thousands of pounds with, and I pretty much buy everything that he sells. And I'm a student of life, right? Like, I've just got it. It's ingrained in me that I'm always going to be growing. This is your first step. This is not going to be the end all be all. And here's the thing: even for me at my level, I still got to be growing. I still got to be learning. I mean, after this event, I'm spending 2 days with a guy who's, I think he's charging $5,000 or $10,000. He's the guy that invented squeeze pages, right, on the internet. Then next month, I'm spending for Business Mastery Level 2, which is a very high advanced course with Tony Robbins. It's a $10,000 per head event. So I'm like consistently investing in myself. And that's probably your first lesson. So make sure you write that down. Consistently invest in yourself. So when I was growing up and going to university, which is only like 4 or 5 years ago, one of the things I asked myself was, who am I learning from? And ask yourself this, right? Like, who have you been learning from in your life? Has it been mentors, friends, family, books, authors, people that you really look up to? Or have you been stuck because of your circumstances and because of your thinking? Because right now, where you are at in your life is a direct reflection of the best thinking that you've had. That's it. Your best thinking have led to the words that you have used to yourself. Those words have turned into actions. Those actions have turned into habits. Those habits have turned into results. And this is basically your life. And you can change it at any moment, right? You can change it at any moment. And I'm going to share some of the defining moments that happened throughout my business. And actually, this hotel is very special to me because I remember when I was this young punk kid.